Filipinos don't want to fly with Philippine Airlines. They're avoiding Philippine Airlines. Wag na kayo kumuha sa PAL kung laging canceled sila. Me too, San Francisco to Manila, second cancellation. What's with PAL? They're the only airlines that's always canceling. Flights with PAL has been canceled twice. I feel you sis, my flight has been canceled 3 times. A lot of people have complained that their flights have also been canceled, even flights on May. And it is no surprise, we've featured Philippine Airlines canceled flights so many ever since this travel capacity was introduced of 1,500. Philippine Airlines non-stop may canceled flights every day po. Kaya maraming mga pasahero nang ayaw sumakay ng PAL. According to Don, bili ka ng bagong ticket sa ibang airline at i-process mo ang refund online sa PAL. Ganun ang ginawa ko kaya nakatravel ako at nakabalik sa work. Wala kang maaasahan sa PAL. Another person commented, true. I did the same thing 3 times. They canceled my flight since February. I bought a ticket with Qatar Airways and I finally went home. Another person did the same thing. We refunded the ticket and booked with Qatar Airways instead. The refund from PAL will take at least a month to be processed. So you see, this is just a few people. I think a lot of people did the same thing because they're so fed up with the flight cancellations that they just choose to fly with a foreign airline. It is without a doubt naman talaga that Philippine Airlines has the most number of flight cancellations. Number 1 airline affected by this travel cap, no? For Philippine Airlines passengers that are affected by flight cancellations, they give them 3 options. The first one is that they convert their ticket to a travel voucher, but they have to request it before June 30. Another option is rebooking until December 31. And the last would be refund your tickets without penalties. Now, you can choose these options if you book directly with PAL, with the PAL website. Now, if you book with a third party, it may have different rules po. So we're only seeing a few cases here, but how badly affected really is Philippine Airlines by this travel cap? So let's go look at the international arrival schedule in Ninoy Aquino International Airport. So as you can see, this is for before the travel cap, March 13 and February 27. This time, NAIA still allowed 3,000 passengers per day. So as you can see, look, March 13, Saturday, so only Philippine Airlines uses Terminal 2 in Ninoy Aquino International Airport. So look, in May 13, how many flights they had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They had 10 international arrivals from Middle East, Asia, America, diba? And then look at February 27, Saturday, they also had plenty of flights, 9 flights. Okay, this is before the 1,500 travel cap. And then after the travel cap, from 9 to 10 flights to look at this, guys. Today, they only had 3. Last week, April 17, Saturday, they only had 3. That's how bad it is po. And is this their fault? Hindi naman kasalanan. It's not the Philippines Airlines fault, They're just following the government rules. The government says only 1,500 people per day in NAIA, and so they follow. They're also losing money when they cancel flight. But, I understand. For me, I understand po na yung Philippine Airlines, they have to cancel to follow the rules. But what is not acceptable is that when they don't do their refunds. See, a lot of people, whenever I look at the Philippine Airlines page, on the comment section, it's filled with complaints from people, where's my refund? Give me back my money. And a lot of people are asking, Pal, why you are still accepting booking and payments, then you will only cancel the flight. Well, that's business, guys. Always business. They will keep on advertising and, selling flights, even though there is no assurance that those flights will even proceed. And I have this experience where I've been waiting for my refund for how long now? 8 months? They told me to wait for 5 months. It's been 8 months po. And I don't know, man. I keep following up with them, but they're just saying, oh, just wait. They told me to wait 5 months, and what other people are doing, those with pending refunds pampal, ginagawa po nila ay, here, let's read an example. Because we purchased our tickets via credit card, our bank is now having the money returned to us via the merchant. Airline up against a bank, bank will win. So what people are doing now is that they are filing a dispute to their bank against Philippine Airlines. And I'm doing the same thing, guys. I filed a dispute with my bank and I answered some forms. I emailed them and they gave me the form to fill up and the documents to submit. So if you paid with your card po, then you book directly with Philippine Airlines and your refund has been long overdue, then I would suggest to file a dispute with your bank. Get in touch with your bank po so that your bank can fight for you to get your refund. Of course, all these flight cancellations now is caused by the travel cap. Since March 15 until April 30, supposed to be April 19, but they extended it until April 30. Now, the reason being though for this travel cap is the COVID surge. But if you think about it, travelers from overseas, from abroad, are being tested. They quarantine for 6 days. And it's already been told by Secretary Bello in their meeting that the positivity rate of returning overseas Filipinos, OFWs, and non-OFWs is only 1.5%. Okay? Example, 10,000 in 3 days, 150 lang yung positive. And these 150, they are in quarantine. They are not in the community spreading the virus. So the cases are very isolated, very controlled, diba? Yung surge, the COVID surge in the Philippines right now, or last month, is not from international arrivals. It's already from the people who are in the Philippines. And it's always these internationals that they blame. They put the travel cap and so the travel restriction followed. And because of that, our fellow former Filipinos and foreign spouse, children and parents of Filipinos are affected. Their entry were suspended. Kawawa. They are following the rules and yet they are the ones bearing the sins of others. But of course, it's not really the COVID surge because the positivity rate is very low. This travel cap is mainly caused by the congested hotels. Because of this prolonged quarantine stay in the hotel, hotels are being congested. And then the things are out of control, testing gets overwhelmed. Yeah, they imposed this travel cap. Right now, the testing for OFWs is manageable now. It's not so bad like last month. But that's only because there's a limited number of people. But how about after April 30, when supposed to be the travel cap will be lifted? If they don't change the arrival protocol before the travel cap is removed, then you will have the same problems, guys. Back to the same problem, back to square one na naman. They really need to do something. They have to change it. Until now, there is no decision about the arrival protocol, guys. It's still the same. In Manila and in Clark, it's still 6-day upon arrival testing, and in Cebu, swab test upon arrival, which is free for everyone, even non-OFWs. The big question, when that meeting was held with the president and the medical experts, everyone, the kung tae in Bisaya, the big people in the government, high-ranking officials, nobody mentioned about Cebu. Here they are having this big discussion meeting on what to do with the arrival protocol, and none of them said, Mr. President, in Cebu, we're back to old protocol. No one. I think they know, but why not mention? Like, we can do this in Cebu, why can't we do it in Manila and in Clark? It doesn't make sense. And look what they do in Cebu, free swab test even for non-OFWs. Achievable naman pala, but hindi magawa sa ibang airport, diba? I ask you guys on what arrival protocol would you prefer, would you suggest? And a lot of you would say, let's go back to the old protocol. Okay, they want to go back to testing upon arrival, 2 to 3 days hotel quarantine, and then once the result is out, they can go home and continue quarantine at home. It's really testing upon arrival because some people have very limited time. If only they think about testing before travel, no? To present a negative COVID test before traveling. Now, the positivity rate is 1.5%. Then if they provide the negative testing before travel, I think that would even drop lower. If only they think of why, no? Why? While others are not comfortable with the idea of a 10 days quarantine at the final destination with no testing. According to Koy, that's weird, that's risky. What about people they don't have their own room and your family gonna be suffer and we don't have testing? Yes, a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with that. No, because that negative result, that's your assurance that this person doesn't have COVID. That's the only thing they hold on to. That's why the president is not comfortable with the idea of no testing. And local government units as well have expressed their concern if this 10 days home quarantine will be imposed. We have reservations about that. For one, there is the funding concern because we will be the ones providing food and lodging. Now, for your information, guys, some local government units will not allow home quarantine because some homes are not suitable for quarantine for one person. Like I said before, in some houses, they share the room with other people. So quarantine really is not achievable in this kind of situation. So in many places, for example, Bohol, they will assess if you have your own room with your own restroom, bathroom, then it's okay. You can quarantine at home. But if you don't, then you'll quarantine in a government facility or in a hotel or in a motel. Yes. So again, if they impose this 10 days home quarantine, final destination, it's very challenging for the LGUs. Usually, the IATF will have their meeting Saturday night. So maybe they'll have their meeting tonight and maybe we can find out what's gonna happen with the arrival protocol. That's what's going on, guys. We're still waiting for the decision of the IATF and the president. For now, it's still the same protocol in Manila and in Clark. And then in Cebu, swab test upon arrival. So as soon as they change protocols, guys, we'll make a video and update you. Don't forget to like this video. So I'll see you again, guys, sa next update. Ingat sa lahat and stay safe. Bye!